Now we turn to number 10 in our series on the great controversy, Spiritualism Exposed. And on a bright day like today, it's hard to think about all those dark arts, as they are called, seances with the lights turned off, trying to summon up the dead, as if that is going to help you in life. I do like that quote from Samantha Hunt. Why do the living assume the dead know better than we do? Like they gain some knowledge by dying, but why wouldn't they just be the same confused people they were before they died? And it's true, isn't it? Of course, if you had stuck with the biblical perspective on the state of the dead, you wouldn't be misguided or misled by these ideas that you can talk to the dead, that the dead are conscious and can guide you in life. The Bible is very clear. The dead know not anything. When Lazarus died, Jesus says he's asleep. He didn't say, and his soul is wandering around and you can talk to him. Remember when Saul went to the witch of Endor and asked her to summon up Samuel from the dead? Yes, it happened. But was that really Samuel? Or was that one of the devil's angels who impersonated Samuel and led Saul to his doom? It's a great surprise to me that we can think about people who have died as being conscious spirits. This is one of the big lies of the devil when he told Adam and Eve back in the garden, you will not surely die. Of course, they did die. And then he's perpetuated that whole idea by saying, well, you don't really die spiritually. Your spirit lives on and you have an immortal soul inside you, as if the Bible speaks about that. This is all Greek myth that has been imported into what we think is true. And of course, as soon as you believe in an immortal soul and you believe that people have to be punished in their afterlife, then you end up with hell. It's all based on that misconception, on the lies of the devil. So I would urge you to go back and think about this. Yes, we need to be respectful of people who disagree with us, but the Bible is really clear. Take a look at some of the ways in which the devil has tried to manipulate things. The Fox sisters, who started their mysterious rappings back there in 1844. Well, that's an interesting date, isn't it? I actually put in the notes for this time a little bit about what happened and how Ellen White responded. August 24, 1850, just 6 years later, I saw that the, quote, mysterious rappings was the power of Satan. Some of it was directly from him and some indirectly through his agents, but it all proceeded from Satan. It was his work that he accomplished in different ways, yet many in the churches in the world were so enveloped in gross darkness that they thought and held for that it was the power of God. And isn't that a tragedy? Yes, you even have spiritualist churches, as if darkness and light can come together. No, we need to expose spiritualism for the lies of the devil that it truly is. We cannot accept these ideas from the devil and we might dismiss them, but when you deal with people who have been misled, is that the right word? Convinced by the devil, once he has a line in, it's very hard to shut that line off. And people have these lingering thoughts, or maybe this is true, and you end up with all this voodoo and other forms of spiritualism, not just what we know here in the West, but throughout the world, different ideas, all going back to this idea of wanting to hold on to people. I understand that, but they're dead and they are not part of this world anymore, despite what we might want to have happen. I feel sorry for people who believe it, but we have to be honest and say, this is not what God says. The dead don't know anything. We are the ones who are alive here. We are the ones who relate to God. And one day there will be resurrection. And until that time, they will sleep until he comes. Let's encourage people with these ideas.